Annihilation.
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 1 minute at a time.
My skin is as thin as rice paper stretched across a frame. My lips as red as a temple door. I am not like other women. I won't walk, won't talk without you. I'll wait in a field of snow, listening for the click of your heels on ice, for your black leather shoes. When your hands touch my cheeks, I'll blossom like a cherry tree, mouthless, flower in the snow. I'll raise my head, I'll fix my eyes on you. Won't you recognize me? You know you do. You were the one wearing my voice, making incisions inside me. How blank the interior, how perfectly smooth, pale as the lining of a clam. But you grow tired of inhabiting me. Retreat from my blank, lacquered shell. Wendy Chen, they call me Madame Butterfly. Radek, Lena, Ventress, gagged and bound to chairs in the living room of an abandoned house in Villeperdue. Thorensen, ranting, figuring, soliloquizing. The three bound women look at one another. They are starting to worry, even though Thorensen has not gotten to Theory 2 just yet.
Pray God you can go. I stand outside this woman's work, this woman's word. Ooh, it's hard on the man. Now his part is over. Now starts the crowd of the father. I know you have a little life in you yet. I know you have a lot of strength left. I know you have a little life in you yet. I know you have a lot of strength left. I should be crying but I just can't let it show. I should be hoping but I can't stop thinking. All the things I should have said that I never said. All the things we should have done that we never did. All the things I should have given but I didn't. Oh, darling, make it go. Make it go away. Give me these moments back. Give them back to me. Give me that little kiss. Give me all. I know you have a lot of strength left. I know you have a little life in you yet. I know you have a lot of strength left. I should be crying but I just can't let it show. I should be hoping but I can't stop thinking. Of all the things we should have said that we never said. All the things we should have done that we never did. All the things that you needed for me. All the things that you wanted for me. All the things I should have given but I didn't. Oh, darling, make it go away. Just make it go away now.
Edith Hall, The Return of Ulysses. Quote, Arguably the most important symbol in the Odyssey is neither Odysseus' bow nor Phemius' lyre, but Penelope's huge loom. The weaving Penelope has reappeared in countless paintings, sculptures, and tapestries over the centuries. Walcott's sad Maud in Omeros creates a quilt embroidered with the birds that symbolize the voyage to and from Africa. Another dying woman, the protagonist in Marina Carr's play, Woman and Scarecrow, evokes Penelopean resonances by knitting incessantly as she laments her husband's errant ways. In the Odyssey, Penelope's making and unmaking of the same shroud for her father-in-law is also the primary image of the oral poet's endless recreation of his song. Angle on Thorensen. Thorensen. So, yes, theory 1, it fits. Close on Lena in profile, shot past Radic. Ventress barely at the right edge of frame. It is possible that ancient Greek women sang epic stories. The catalogue of famous women in the underworld, enjoyed by the Phaeacian queen, may contain vestiges of the types of women's traditional song that have been recorded in Indian villages. But it is certain that fabric production was central to women's lives. Domestic task forces spent long days turning wool into fabrics for soft furnishings and clothes. At the house's thresholds they received from their menfolk the fleece culled from the flocks in the outdoor world, removed the grease, and scoured it clean. They dried it, dyed, combed, and teased it into roves, spun yarn from them with distaff and spindle, and then loaded the warp yarn weighted onto looms. It was only at this point that weaving could begin. Angle on Thorensen, second 8. Beat. But another beat. I didn't actually see a bear. The camera begins to pan left away from Thorensen. And neither did Josie. Angle on the 3 women in chairs. Ventress leans forward, tries to say something, but the gag muffles it. Lena just shakes her head. The only people who saw a bear were Lena and Ventress. Because both male and female labor is required to produce textiles, weaving became a symbol of male and female collaboration, and the Odyssey stresses that marriage is a cooperative enterprise. But because the male and female parts of the process were separated, weaving also symbolized the demarcation of the masculine from the feminine, the exterior and the interior spaces. Weaving is also, more abstractly, a symbol of technology, of taming the natural world until it becomes serviceable to humans. Angle on Thorensen, second 20.
So
nothing's confirmed. Everything is on their word. Close on Lena. She tilts her head back. Everything's on Lena's word. Lena's response is muffled. Although the analogy between weaving and making poetry can linguistically be traced back far earlier than the Odyssey into the Indo-European tradition, the analogy with the intellectual skills associated with the Odyssean hero lends the association in this epic particular intensity. Angle on Thorensen, second 28, from the front. Lena's locket still dangling from her right hand. And what we know now. Thorensen takes a few steps forward, closer to Lena, closer to camera. What we know is that Lena is a liar. We hear Ventress's muffled response before we cut to Ventress. Then immediately back to Thorensen, second 38, turning to Ventress, fuming. Shut the fuck up! When Aristotle summarized the Odyssey in his Poetics, he neglected to mention any female at all. A man is away from home for many years. He is watched closely by Poseidon. Further, things at home are such that his property is being wasted by suitors, and his son is being plotted against. He arrives, storm-tossed. He causes certain recognitions. Attacking, he survives and destroys his enemies. This is proper to the poem's plot. The rest is episodes. She raises her fist, the locket dangling loose. Then she turns to Lena and we cut, second 40, to Thorensen from the front again, hunched forward, close to camera. Lena. You're a liar. Angle on Lena, past Thorensen. She barely makes a sound. But Penelope, at least, lurks mysteriously even beneath Aristotle's diction. Who were these wasteful suitors wooing? Even with Aristotle's peerless intellect and the best patriarchal will in the world, it proved impossible to delete all traces of the enigmatic Penelope from the story. Back to Thorensen, second 46. Beat. Did you kill Cass? Angle on Lena. She shakes her head. This may explain why it has often been denigrated as feminine and elegant. In the late 19th century, personifications of the Odyssey tended to be decidedly ladylike. Richard Bentley argued that while Homer had composed the songs constituting the Iliad to perform at festivals in front of men, those in the Odyssey were designed for women. William Golding agreed, saying anyone who prefers the Odyssey to the Iliad has a woman's heart. Very recently, it has been argued that Homer was in fact female, on the unscientific grounds that both epics seem sympathetic to women and sometimes to question violence. But a better case was made over a century ago by Samuel Butler, who, in the authoress of the Odyssey, suggested that while the manly ethos of the Iliad was unquestionable, the poet of the Odyssey was female. End quote.
Chi sarà e come sarà giunto? Chi dirà, chiamerà butterfly dalla lontana. Io senza dar risposta me ne starò nascosta un po' per cielo.
Back to Thorensen, second 50. Did you lose your shit? Thorensen stands up straight. Or do you think that I've lost my shit and now we're just gonna fuck each other up? Angle on the three women from the front. Thorensen just out of frame to the right. That's the... And time runs out for this minute.
We spoke. What was it we said?
Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside.
Annihilation is all we are.
Annihilation.